What's going on, Colts Nation? I appreciate you joining me for another video where today we're going to talk a little bit about some of the roster moves that the Colts are making. We know, we got a couple injuries in the secondary. Right, you ended up with Dallas Flowers, who got hurt in the game, Kenny Moore on and off the field in the game against the Bears. So coming in this week, what did the Colts decide to do, right? So we have Josiah Bronson and Derek Rivers getting signed to the Colts, getting signed to the practice squad. We placed Jason Bean on the practice squad injury list, and we released cornerback Kelvin Joseph from the practice squad. So with the cornerback injuries, releasing a corner. Now, I also did see, and part of this conversation is what Destin Adams had said. He put on Twitter that the Colts worked out a cornerback who was drafted in the top 10 and is still only 25 years old. That being C.J. Henderson, somebody that coming into the NFL, and I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that I'm like the best scout when it comes to cornerbacks, but C.J. Henderson is a guy that coming into the NFL I thought would be good in the NFL, gets drafted by the Panthers, and just not really working out for them. Goes to the Jaguars, doesn't really work out there, honestly. But I feel like he has traits that Chris Ballard would like, right? The skinny frame, the long arms, a guy that Chris Ballard would go after. So I feel like that might be a reason why Kelvin Joseph ended up getting dropped. It'll be interesting what happens with that and with any of the injuries. And of course, whenever there's information on that, I'll let you guys know. Tomorrow, first practice of the week. Injury report's going to come out with my day job. We'll be able to talk about it tomorrow, luckily, but it won't be until probably like 5, 6 o'clock before we're talking about the injuries and practice and all that. But nonetheless, as we see here, the Colts are making moves, bringing in, defensive lineman Derek Rivers. I know it's defensive end, and I don't know much about Josiah Bronson, but just, hoping that we can figure it out. Hopefully the guys that we have are going to be able to get on the field, right? You want to see Kenny Moore on the field, need Dallas Flowers on the field, right? For anything that we want to say about Dallas Flowers and how he's looked coming off the injury, like getting him on the field as opposed to somebody who's not on a football team right now on the field, like it's going to be a pretty big gap. So hopefully we're going to be okay. Defense performed better this past week, which is great news. And Gus Bradley, talking with the media today, said, quote, "I don't think we're in any position to be complacent. Our guys are on edge about that. They know it was only one game," which is exactly what it needs to be, right? That needs to be the message. It's only one game. And because this is the NFL, there's really no room to be complacent at all until you win a championship. So I like that that's the mindset going forward. Need to keep being aggressive, keep being dogs on defense. Gus Bradley also said that the tackling was better this week, but they still have to get better in space and on third downs in order to get off the field. He also said that the defense has played the equivalent of 4 games through 3 weeks because of how much the defense has been on the field, which is true. And that's partly on the offense, but also defense not getting off the field on third down. Now, one last thing here from Gus Bradley. Another quote says, "It was better, but still not the standard, especially on third down. I thought there was like 3 or 4 missed tackles on times when we could have been off the field and we didn't make it," which is true. There were definitely a couple of third downs in that game. I think they ended up 9 of 21, the Bears were, on third down. If the Colts just make tackles in open space, they probably end up at like 5, like Gus Bradley said, there were 3 or 4 there, so probably, 5 or 6 of 21. So going forward, that's what we're going to need to work on, keep working to make sure that we're tackling and we're getting guys down. We got to be able to get off the field on third down. That's really been the talking point on defense so far this season. So you let me know your thoughts on this, the moves that we're making. Do you think we should sign C.J. Henderson? You let me know down in the comments section. Let me know what you think about Gus and his comments and how the defense might do this week. If you have early predictions for the game, go ahead, drop those in the comments. Don't ever be afraid to drop a prediction in the comment. Might make it into a video. So again, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, have notifications turned on so you continue to get notified anytime there are any more videos coming out. Of course, I appreciate you stopping by for another video. And as always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and go Colts.